Working with Ascended Masters here. This will be a light language transmission to clear reptilians. This is a big clearing. You might feel an urge to not watch this. You might feel an urge of irritation, or you might feel very tired suddenly. This transmission is meant to be listened to sitting, not laying down. Okay, so Will, if you want to lead and ground everybody in.
So let's all close our eyes and focus on our breathing. And let's go ahead and just focus down on our root chakra, which is at the base of our spines. And just imagine roots growing out of your root chakra down into the earth, branching out in many different directions, seeking out sources of energy that your body, your spirit are being led towards, whether that's rich soil, whether that's the water underground or the oceans of the earth. Maybe it's crystals in the soil or rocks in the soil. As your roots branch out to these areas. And then when you're ready, go ahead and, like sucking water up a straw, we'll be pulling that energy up our roots, up to our root chakra, and start going up our spine to our heart center as we breathe in. Breathing this energy up into our spine and back down into the earth again. Breathing in that new fresh energy of the earth as it spreads through our cells in every area of our body. And then in turn, draining all the stagnant energy that is being replaced with this new fresh energy of the earth, dragging that down back into the earth to be recycled, creating this circular pattern of energy flowing in and out through your heart center. Maybe putting your tongue on the top of your mouth to help seal this circular pattern, cracking a smile to raise your vibration as you continue to breathe, allowing this energy to flow in and out of you. And then we'll go ahead and imagine a beam of white light coming from the stars, coming from the universe through the clouds, coming down on top of our crown chakra, hitting us on our crown, and then creating this circular energy shield around us, light, love, different colors just surrounding us and protecting us from curses, hexes, spells, attachments, technology, and implants from coming in and attaching to us as we go on this meditation, cutting off anything that is there, breaking the signal, surrounding us with a cloud of mist, creating this cloaking technology around us to cut anything off as we prepare ourselves for this journey, protect ourselves, then calling forth our higher self to come and stand next to us, and with them bringing any beings of love and light that they've approved to surround us and protect us different creatures and beings that are come to guide us, to speak to us, protect us, to fight for us, surrounding us, creating an extra layer of protection around us. Then we want to focus on our heart chakra and imagining a beam of white light coming out of our heart chakra in front of us, creating this massive portal as it expands and opens to a size big enough for us to walk through, prepare ourselves to go on this journey. And as we step through that portal, we'll find ourselves in this massive garden where we really can't see very much because it seems to be surrounded by different weeds and other overgrowth that doesn't belong there. Then we see these bulldozers coming down and squishing all these weeds out of the way, clearing a path in this garden to find the heart center of our garden. It's like all the bulldozers on like Avatar or Fern Gully where they're just breaking through all the trees trying to find this one point. But in this sense, it's bulldozers clearing out anything that doesn't belong there, trying to carve a path to the center. We find this pond. In the center of that pond, as we look down inside of it, when we approach it, we see a reflection of ourselves. And when we peer into this reflection, we find ourselves, our vision starting to blur out, allowing ourselves to just listen to the sounds around us. And it's here that we want to focus on some light language and listen to the vibrations of the frequencies of light language. Kirstie, if you want to come in and just start allowing us to clear out and find a clear vision of what's inside this pond, this reflection of ourselves that we're staring at.
Oh ya ayana ayana Yahweh ya. Oh riana na na yana na yana we ya. Oh riantai ya. Tapping on your throat here. Kiana aturun tisinta ya toko 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 nya asitititita ana atoko toko rentisita tata ya tata ya tata ya. Kuna ya taka toko rentisita ya ta aya taka taratisititititi. Keep tapping on your throat. Tiana aya toko toko retisina aya taka 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 ina toko toko retisinta aya toko retisina aya ato to 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 to. Kiana ya toko toko rune sita ya taka ya taka ya taka taka ya taka ya taka taka tisitiana atato shinti tisiti sata puro tisina ya taka rata sita on tisiti kita rato soto to 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 to. Keep focusing on a comfortable breathing rhythm here. Kia na toro tisina ay na 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 no ya. Kurienta ayana weya. Kuriatataya. Tapping on your heart. Kiana na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya. Korina na 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 ya na 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 Yahweh. Kori. ya. Kiana ya. Koreatan tai ta 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 tai yan ta 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 tai ya we ya. Koya na 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 hiyan na ya we ya na 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 ya. Kunta arrentissinta aia atontisikenta roto sotoko torrentisinta katarretisinta aia tatatatatatatai. Tulsit isintika rotisintika rotoko korrotisititititititititititi. Calling on the presence of white sage. Kunta katarrotisitititititititi ana atorrotisinta aia taka atorrotisinta aia. Tapping your throat here. Kiana atorotisina ekitaka atorotisita tataya tokotorotisita tatataya tatataya tatataya. Kunta katarrotisita tatataya 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 tatatorutisita tatatorutisita tataya tokorotisita tatataya tataya takarotisita titititititi. Kuntai atatai aruntisita tatai ototokoruntisita atakotokoruntisinta aya ata. Breathing out all that does not serve you here. Kiana aturutusunta kata 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 kina ta. Tapping your foreheads, tapping the top of your head. Kiana tatatai 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 katarati Punta carrota sinta ayat corrote sinta ayat corrote sinta ayat corrote sinta ayat catarrata titi catarrata sinna atoto to corrote sita tatai tatai ata tatati nintasata tisa tatai to corrote sita catacarrote sita na atoto to clearing removing Ascending all energies that can be ascended at this time. I see tapping the top of your head here. Light here. Kuntisi ana atorotisina ana atokotortisita. You may feel pulling here. Keep breathing, a comfortable breathing rhythm. You are safe. You are safe here. Kiana atokotokorte sintak. Kina atokotokorte sitikiti kata 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 kiti. Releasing, 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 releasing. Releasing, 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 releasing. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Kina aturunti sita tatayata atun tikitikisa. Kiana atun tisikana ana ati ana ati ana ati ana ati ana ati ana ati. Ku usitata ICT isita ata 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 itisa ata 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 ata. Okay. So this was a really, 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 really big clearing. This will require a lot of rest, a lot of water. This involved many beings of light to clear here. This will be approximately 1 to 2 weeks of integration for those who are watching this. You do not need to watch this again until a later date if you would like to. However, you do not need to watch this again. This is a complete clearing for your being. Listen. Listen, 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 listen. Listening, there is a shift within you, a vibrational shift, a sense of peace, bringing you out of a state of what you call fight or flight. These are what these entities feed off of, is fight or flight. That is a low vibrational frequency that is no longer part of you. Kunte atakatokorrotasina atakatakatartisita atakotokorrotasina atatokotokorrotasina atakotokorrotasina atakorrotasina. Anchoring in frequencies here. Anchoring in frequencies. Unconditional love surrounds you. Kuntatataya tokotoruntisinta aya katoruntisina atokotokorune na asinta. Kiana aya tokotokorutisinta aya takartasita tatatai. Kiana aya tokorutisina aya takataratisiti. Kina atorutisina ketorrutisina aya tokotokorutisinta. Ki tokotokorutisinta atokotokorutisinna atorrutisina. Kina atokotokoruntisita kitakina aya tokotokoruntisita aya takataratisita titi. Kunai atataya Kiana atona atataya takatitia ta atorota fititi. Sealing, locking, recoding. Korota sita tatai ototoko rota sita taina. Puna asiketa ata asataya to ona tatatataya tata aya to korona sitititita aya. Kuna aya takatorona titi kinta arota tatatataya. Kuta aya atatataya takarota satatatata. This is a declaration of sovereignty made here today. These beings are no longer welcome here. They will not be tolerated. Kia roto satotoko roto sina atatataya takarata sitatiana atatatai. Tuna atakina akatokoto roto sitatataya tatataya tatataya tataya taaya 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 taaya. Kurtisinta aya atortisina ay atonta asita ana atokortisina aya. Ki aya na atortisina atakatartisina atakatartisina atakataratatatatatai. Witnessed here today by beings of light. Puta Ratasita tatataya takatartisina atonta aya atatataya atotokonta tititiana atonta kiana atona sita tatataya Arcturian kurtusututututu Arcturian beings sinanana atorun sintaya tatatataya tatataya Lyran beings Kunti sintaya tokotkorunti sitaya tatatarti sitanda atorunti sinta atataya tatataya. Pleiadian beings. Tiana tornanaya takanda tatatatataya. Tututurna sititititititititititititiana aturna sitikinta katarati sita atakatarati sitikita ana atiti. Ko isintataya tokorota sinta aya atatataya tokotok onti sitikiya. Kutukutukorota sita tatataya takataroti sita atakataka. Kunti and so it is. There you go. Now, Will, you get to dive into all the fun stuff of what you saw. How was that for you?
Oh my gosh, that was really cool. It so quickly just like cleared up what I could see into the pond. Like it all came back and refocused, and it wasn't just seeing my reflection. I saw a reflection of myself, but I saw like this reptilian reflection, which was really creepy. And then all of a sudden, I don't even know how to explain, but it's kind of like when you look into the mirror and all of a sudden on one side, all of a sudden your view changes and now you're actually looking from the opposite perspective back at yourself. And I could see that it was basically just reptilian skin and stuff like that, and everything was like all weird. It's like basically being on the upside down, like in Stranger Things, where everything's just all like freaky and just crazy and stuff like that. And like doing all the tapping was like changing all of the reptilian DNA in those different areas of the body. And it was like little by little, it was like a layer of skin coming off, like when a reptile sheds skin and stuff like that. And it was just layers and layers and layers and layers and layers were coming off little by little to the point all the way down to it started looking human again, but it was like a very small child. Like all the attachments were like from that period on, like, and it was all hiding in the upside down of my reality. And then once that was all taken away and stripped off, then it was like I was reliving my entire life again without all of that. So it was like shifting timeline, the massive amount of timelines, because it was reliving all those experiences with just not the attachments, and it was just seeing that vividly happening. And
yeah, because
then
they've been there
for a long time. Yeah, and it just affects so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then the upside down no longer looked like the upside down, just like a massive, beautiful garden. And then it flipped to the normal, on the right side up, I guess you would say, and it looked like a garden too. And so and rather than being like this dark and light upside down, it was just the colors were the opposite. So it was like the upside down, it was just blue eyes and blonde hair, but up here it's like brown. What's more like hazel? I have more like hazel eyes, but hazel eyes and brown hair. And so it was just a reverse of that. So colors were reversed, but it was no longer this nasty versus this gorgeous thing. It's like cleared both sides. And you know how I said basically bulldozed through all these weeds in the beginning. Well, it's like all that was gone. It was just a beautiful garden again on that side. So everything just cleared up, not just physically, but just around, cleared up the whole heart center. It was really cool.
Yeah. It's an interesting, yeah, I mean, it's the fight or flight, basically. That's just what that is. Like, and it's so hard for people to get out of that fight or flight, because these things have been controlling from like behind the scenes and bringing them into that constantly. So
Yeah.
this takes care of that. In the integration period, you'll see a big shift. For people watching this, you'll see a big shift with that over that integration period that was said, which I can't remember right now what that was. Is it 1 to 3 months or 1 to 3 weeks? Anyways, I'll know when I watch the video again. So, or when I'm editing the video.